wife, Stephanie, she and I really love watching sketch comedy, preferably SNL, Saturday Night Live. And one of our favorites to watch, who is no longer on the show, but you can always watch in reruns because he's shown often, is a sketch comedy actor and comedian named Bill Hader. Now, Bill Hader is known for many things, but probably most known for his ability to do impressions. Almost anyone he can do an impression of, and sometimes do it remarkably well. If you ever get a chance, look up his impressions, and you'll be surprised how hard it is to tell sometimes who is who. In Ephesians chapter 5, Paul talks about being an imitator. He says this in verses 1 through 2. Therefore, imitate God like dearly loved children. Live your life with love, following the example of Christ, who loved us and gave himself for us. He was a sacrificial offering that smelled sweet to God. Be imitators of God. Act as God, love as God, be more like God. Now, in watching Bill Hader be an imitator of others, one thing that you can begin to notice is that it's not perfect. No one can 100% be like somebody else. Now, when we think about what it is to be more like Christ, we know what that really looks like, don't we? We know it means that we are to be more loving like Christ, to love those who everyone else seems to kind of keep at arm's reach, to welcome the outsider, to make space for those who are pushed on the margins. Jesus knew exactly how to love in a godlike way. Well, because Jesus was God. So how do we imitate that? Well, first is to acknowledge that when we imitate God and when we imitate Jesus, we're probably not going to hit the mark completely. But we can try. We can try to love more completely. We can try to love more inclusively. We can try to be more compassionate, slower to anger, spreading joy, providing hope. We can do those things. And when we fall short, and we will fall short, we trust in God's grace that meets us where we are and bridges our imperfections still to God's redeeming love. We get to make our world a better place by being imitators of Christ. Let's do that. Amen.